Oh, dang. I got on a striped shirt. Okay, hold up. I hate standing up on this. I hate standing up on my live, bro. I really do. Oh, boy. All right. Jeez, 3 people already? That's insane. I literally just sat down. Firstly, let me just go ahead and start this off by saying I really appreciate the 10 more subscribers that I got, even though apparently all I did was just ultimately address good evening to you, Sullivan Swain. Um, how y'all doing out there? But like I said, I really do appreciate the 10 more supporters in the thing. You know what I'm saying? I really, even though I was just basically kind of giving a recap of what happened to me the course of these past few months. But hey, I do appreciate it all the same. So, firstly, who's all out there? Show some hands if you got them. How y'all doing? And let's get this ball going. Anyone else show hands? Oh, they don't. But I ask that every time. I ask that every time, but they never do. I made peace with the fact that some people just really don't like it when I got lurkers. I got lurkers, and I know that they really, really, really don't want me to know that they're here. Like one thing I've noticed about like a lot of my haters is like they're hyper fixated on making sure that I know that they hate me. Sometimes trolls do that, and I've seen it upset some live streamers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know because I know I got haters. You know what I'm saying? I know I got haters, and they lurk because it's like they don't really want like me to know that they're like in my life, which is weird because it's like, why are you here if you don't want me to know that you're here? That's such a weird thing, right? I'm telling you, man, haters be weird, bro. Shoot. I used to have like one hater, like, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like internet trolls are weird for a multitude of reasons. One of them being is that like they are hyper. They want you to know that they don't like you, but it's like if you don't like me, why are you here, bro? Shoot, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on the internet that I can't stand, and I would never like you wouldn't catch me at the you wouldn't catch me like dealing with them in any fashion because that's bananas. Yeah, you ever troll when you were younger? No, I didn't. Like when there were people that I didn't like online, I purposely avoided them because like I didn't want them to know that I didn't want them to know that I existed because if they did, because dang, I love how like somebody just like okay, so somebody liked this and then just immediately unliked it. That's messed up. I guess because it was like, oh no, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. I don't like that. But when I was younger, I never really wanted to troll anybody. But that's only because I think when I was younger, like obviously I was like when I was younger, I was trying to make friends with everybody. Like I grew up off of like Sesame Street and like Reading Rainbow. I grew up off of PBS Kids. Yeah, that's really mature. I've seen 70-year-old Republicans troll. Yeah, like I grew up off of PBS Kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trained on the idea that be nice to everybody because everybody's kind of going through a rough time. That's how I grew up. But I mean, I will say that when I got around other kids, the other kids were mean. So I thought I had to be mean too, just to sort of fit in with the other kids. But it never felt right for me to just do. That's the good stuff in Sesame Street. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like PBS Kids is dope, man. PBS Kids is so good. It's such a weird thing now because it's like there's so many mean people, bro. I'm telling you, the meanest people are the most annoying. Republicans, I think, defunded PBS Kids, and yeah, that's expected. That's. I mean, yeah, I know about that, and they defunded the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which was like which was kind of like providing us PBS. And that was kind of like the thing. That was what was happening. Yeah. So there's anything that they don't. Yeah. So is there anything they don't ruin? I couldn't tell you, bro. Like I hate those people. So it's like you can like you're better off explaining that to somebody else. Do you like wrestling? All wow, all caps. Yes, I do like wrestling. Oh my goodness. Eric Draven. Why does that name sound familiar? Homeboy came in hot. Okay. Yes, I do like wrestling. I'm genuinely surprised. Like, how I feel like you knew that already and felt like asking, but how did you know that? It typed in all caps, bro. Do you like wrestling? I ask everybody. I get that. It's just like I ain't gonna lie. It's like I like how you just say Eric in the building. Okay. That's just a funny thing. It's like, oh, you just randomly go on people's lives and it's like, do you like wrestling? That's dope though. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's quite the way to introduce yourself. But yes, I do like wrestling, and I am actively trying to be one. I'm just financially unstable, and times are rough and stuff like that. Shoot. People need to start introducing themselves. Like people really do actually have to pay attention to exactly how they introduce each other, how they introduce themselves to people though, because of the fact that it's like I ain't gonna lie, like you give me Cedric Alexander vibes. Is it because I'm black? It's okay if it's because I'm black. By the way, it's not a bad thing. Did I meet Cedric Alexander? I don't think I did. It's fine, dude. I watched your last video about the auditions. Would you go on Love Island if you had a chance? Yeah, I would. I would totally go to Love Island. Cause like win or lose. Cause like first of all, I would go. I would I would say also you give me Stevie Richards vibe, more calm voice. That's a new one. I was always a Stevie Richards fan too. By the way, like when he was teaming up with Victoria back in the day, I actually thought that he was like really 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 cool. Like I liked his crazy gimmick that he had. Shout out to the main man Bane the Reckoning up in this piece. Stevie Knight Heat. I love that gimmick. But yeah, I would to answer your question, I would totally go on Love Island. But the thing is, like, I'm too old for that show. But I would go because I know I'm not going to get any while I'm there. I know I'm not going to get. I know I'm not going to get any kind of attention. I know I'm not going to get anything up in there. I'm just going over there just to get my name out and just to get my name out and to make my money. That's it. Shoot. Double or nothing last week. Oh, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I heard that it was great though. I'm so out of the loop with professional wrestling. Oh yeah. Do you watch AEW? No, I don't. But it's not because I don't like the show. I just haven't been able to. I just haven't been able to watch AEW at all because I don't know what channel it comes on, and I don't have cable. So yeah. Yeah, no, nothing last week. I like I said, I heard that it was a spectacular show. But like I actually like AEW, so it's like I would like to check it out if I could, but it's not. But like I don't think it comes on where I'm at, especially probably not on air television. Random question again: Stone Cold or Sting? I don't do comparisons. No offense, but like I don't do comparisons. If you had to pick, yeah, I don't compare like stuff like that. But it's like I guess it would depend on the context though. I don't really like doing a who is better type thing. That's never really been a thing of mine. They're so different. They really are. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where this is. I knew where this is going. My goodness, that's crazy. This dude really came up in here and was like, "That's crazy." Okay. All right. Wow, that is crazy. This dude really was like up in here, just like this is what I have to deal with on a regular basis with these people, bro. I know it's crazy. This dude really came up in here, started talking about wrestling, and then just like decided, hey, I'm gonna go straight. It's gonna go straight to being racist. That is ridiculous. I actually thought that he was a pretty normal guy too. This is what I tell y'all, bro. These are the types of people I interact with that I find myself dealing with on a regular basis. These are the people, bro. It's like I keep telling y'all, man. These people, they just don't. That's crazy. Oh my god, dude. Okay, it's the same guy, by the way. This other person, this JF Draven guy. This is literally the same person from earlier. He's just popping in under a different name. I swear to God, like this is what I have to deal with. This is what the internet is full of. It's full of like angry people like this who see a black person online and they just immediately want to say the N word. That's ridiculous. This is crazy. Oh man, I can't get them out of here fast enough, man. I really can't. Nah, dude, loser is back. It's a Saturday night. You have nothing better to do. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like this is what I have to do with on a regular basis. These people, I don't know what it is about these people, but this is what I keep telling y'all, bro. When I tell y'all I got haters who pop up and bother me on a regular basis. When I say I got like net stalkers, when I say I got like people like this. When I act a certain way online, and present myself in such a fashion that makes me come across as paranoid, it's literally because I have to deal with people like that on a regular basis, bro. Like they don't have like there's no off switch for them. I bet you he has like about four other accounts. Like I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if like right now he is probably like cyber stalking this account in some fashion, bro. But that's what I'm saying. I got these is what I have to do with pretty often. Like so I'm not I need y'all to understand. I'm not being paranoid when I tell y'all that these are the people that I don't be paranoid. I hope this made a believer out of everybody because I just had a guy pop up in here try to do the hard R with me and stuff like that, and then just I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. It's like on one side, I kind of want to be happy that I have like more subscribers, but on the other side, bro, this is crazy, bro. Like, bro, seriously. Like, I need y'all to understand. Like, this is it's crazy, right? So I need y'all to understand. Like, this is what I have to deal with. Like, this dude really did just pop. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like for no reason too. This is all unprovoked. I don't know this person. Like I need y'all to understand too. I don't know this person. This person is literally just doing this because like he just saw a black guy online and is currently crashing out. Like I'm telling y'all, that's all this is. Man, like bro, like I'm telling you, bro, their president really got them like really like doing this, bro. It's a Saturday night, bro. That is insane. This is insane, bro. It's the same guy. This dude really is like he's crashing out for like no reason. This dude is really like crashing out. He's really like popping up on my stuff just to bother me for like literally no reason. Nah, he's nah. This is I don't know this guy. This is so weird, man. You're miserable and want others to. Don't worry, they can't see anything. But like I need y'all to understand, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, these are the people that make up the internet now. These people are just like some of the most hateful, mean spirited, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can assure you that that's a guy who probably might have saw one of my videos, probably talking. You have to block him too. Block him from your phone. I'm trying to. I'm genuinely trying to, dude. Like he keeps on making like other accounts. That's the thing. It's not just that. It's not really just that. It's just him. He keeps on like doing this. He's using like different accounts. Like I can't block him from my phone because he keeps using like different account names and stuff from your phone, not the computer. I'm not using my phone. Like I'm not using my phone. Like I'm from your phone, not the computer. I don't want to like these. I'm telling you, man. Like this is one reason why I'm always saying like whenever I act paranoid, I say that people are just mean for no reason. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Open the app on your phone. Open this video and block it. Okay, good looking at it. I appreciate that. But what I'm simply saying is that like if I block him on this, he's just gonna use something else. Hey, this dude got like five different names. Like literally one account. This is ridiculous, by the way. I really hate the fact that like my counter is just him right now. I kind of do hope that you guys can also like talk to me on here too, so that way I can just so that way I don't just think that it's only just my haters who just popped up. I'm here. Appreciate that. Once again, I'm not bothered by this guy. I'm just annoyed that he's the only one who's saying something. You know. But yeah, like so. Hopefully now, when I say, "Hey, people are evil online and people are hostile and people," whenever I need y'all to understand, I'm right. I'm right. I think it's even weirder now because like I have like more subscribers now, so I can only assume that like maybe like four of those 10 subscribers that I have is probably that guy. But Solomon Swain, to answer your question, I would totally go on Love Island though. Also, no lights up here. That's crazy. Let me check my phone. I gotta wait for it to load up. I don't know what it is, but my phone's been kind of going slow lately. But I was outside of the obvious right winger that popped up into my stuff. How y'all doing? I think the weirdest thing about that guy was that like he initially actually had like reasonable conversations with me. He was actually like talking like a normal person. I'm tired of working extra jobs. Who are you telling? You know what I really hate the most about like jobs, man? Is that like there's some rich guy out there who's honestly like seeing how like normal people are working right now, and it's probably just looking at all this and going, "This is how it was meant to be." You know what I'm saying? Like rich people, like rich. I will always say this: rich people should not be in. I wasn't planning on saying anything, to be honest. I understand. I understand, but I do appreciate you for helping me out regardless. It's your input is always welcome up in here. I know I sometimes tend to get a little defensive with you, but your input is always kind of your input is appreciated up in here, Jovi. I know it doesn't really seem like it, but you know, I mean, I do like hearing what you got to say. Also, I heard that also like while you're here, I did I did kind of want to get your thoughts on the Michael movie. I think you said you was gonna watch it, but hey, if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. I'm not gonna force you to. Was up Eddie Checo, but yeah, like I want to just go ahead and take this time to address that. Like Michael was great. Oh, you saw it? Here's my thing. Like I know that like one thing about like did they address the allegations at all in the movie, or did they just kind of like make sure that that wasn't? Did they address the allegations in the movie, or did they just like not do it? Because it's a sensitive subject, but it's like it is a big part of his career. No, indeed. That's what I'm saying. It's like because here's the thing. As much as I really hate to say it, that is as controversial as it was. It is also a big part of his career because like I'm on the fence about the allegations. I think they would do it in the second part. Second part, there's a sequel coming out. There's a sequel. That's crazy. Hold on, did they do the hair burning and him having skin cancer and stuff like that? Like I said, I can't. Part of me, I don't really like watching documentaries of people who passed away because at some point, what's going to ultimately happen is that like they gotta like bring up the fact that the person is dead. You know what I'm saying? I have my mic on this thing the whole time. Let me turn this mic off. It got up to his last tour with his brothers. Like my thing is that like my thing is that like I don't want to watch like documentaries of people who died because I know how it's going to end, and if I like the person, I don't want to be reminded that they're dead. Does that make sense? Like I didn't like I'm not going to watch the Von Derek video movie because I know how it ends and it makes me sad because as a person who suffers from depression and tends to view the void a lot, I don't want to. I can understand. See, yeah, you get that. Like one of the things, like, especially because, like, like I have brothers. I relate with the Von Erichs a lot because I want to be a wrestler. I have brothers, and I also have depression. You know what I'm saying? That can sort of tap into views of the void. You know what I'm saying? And last thing I want to do is taste test Texas Hole Puncher. But like, I'm not saying that it will make me do it. I'm just saying that it's welcoming. It'll welcome that kind of behavior and stuff like that. True. But yeah, like, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be sad. That you know, and like movies, like documentaries that have like documentaries that feature people who are no longer with us. It's just sad. It just it's like having a movie about Aaliyah. You know what I mean? It's like she was a talented singer. She was attractive. She was a talented singer. She was attractive. She was married to what's his name, and now she's no longer with us because of a plane crash. Yeah, but yeah, like I appreciate that. But it's like I do hear that it's a good movie though. I do hear that it was like phenomenal. Like the guy that they cast for it was surprisingly very, very, very talented, very convincing. and I liked it. See, I take it you saw it then. Well, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you liked it. That's what I'm saying. Like I heard that it was like I heard it was good. I heard it was phenomenal. He didn't have skin cancer. Oh wait, he didn't. He's Michael's nephew. Yeah, they did say something about the actor. The actor playing Michael was like his like one of his cousins or something. Yeah, his hair got burned, but no skin cancer. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought the reason why he had his son as an executive producer. Word, that's good. They really so they went all out with this. Okay, that's dope. I like that. I like that. Jermaine's son played him in the movie. Jermaine's the one who passed away, right? I know one of them passed away. It was like no, Jermaine's the oldest one. Tito was the one who passed away. Jermaine's son played him in the movie. Yeah, like I said, I heard that he was like very convincing. No, that's Tito who passed away. Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember Tito was the one who passed away. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to hate when people used to say, I used to hate it when people used to say, I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito, back in the day. Jackie is the oldest son. Yeah. Oh, wait, Jackie's the oldest son? Hold on, wait. I thought Jermaine was the oldest. Yo, I'm messing up. I'm messing up all over the place. I don't know my Jacksons at all, apparently. Who is Tito again? Tito was one of the brothers who I think the reason why they used to reference him a lot, and I think it was because he tried to go solo or something. Tito was the brother. Tito was like one of the brothers that they used to reference a lot when like people used to be like, I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it was like it sucks because Janet refused to endorse the movie. What's wrong with why which is how Jafar was conceived? Hold on, wait. Jackie is wait, which is how Jafar was. Wait, how was Jafar conceived? Wait, what does that mean? Wait, why did Janet not want to endorse the movie? Does Janet got beef? I really hope that's not the case because Jafar's mom has children with two Jackson relatives. Oh, Jermaine married his sister-in-law. Whew, okay. That's a lot. They're simultaneously cousins and siblings. Whew, that is a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's a bunch. Okay, that. Whoo. Okay. Okay. That's a new one. That's a new one for me. I would not have guessed. You know what? I can't even judge. I can't even judge that. I can't even judge that honestly. I mean, because like first of all, they're famous, they're rich, they're successful. These guys were like the whole family was like the hottest group of their lifetime at the time that they were doing things. So of course that was something like that was bound to happen. I can't even judge that. I'm not even going to, I'm not even going to. I'm not. What's what I'm looking for? I'm not even going to like tap into. Shoot. Yeah, I can't knock that, and I'm not even trying to. Nah, Jermaine was bogus. What does that mean? Wait, was Jermaine cheating? What was wrong with Jermaine? What did he do? It's good seeing you, dude. I gotta head out. Hey, man, don't be a stranger. Just, like, hey, you got a life outside of this. I'm glad you came by. I appreciate you for showing up. Feel free to watch a video or two. But yeah, love and peace, and be safe out there. Family is family, rich or not. I agree. I agree. But like, I guess my thing is that like, when you're that level of famous, I feel like there's some things that will probably be. I feel like there's some things that will probably just go out the window once you become a certain level of famous. Like I do feel like the rules change a little bit culturally when you receive a certain level of like infamy. I mean, I think it's weird regardless though. I do think it's weird regardless, but it is kind of like, but it does like but it is questionable. I believe Jermaine was jealous. Jealous of what? Wait, you saying was Jermaine jealous of Michael? Look, honestly, if he was, I understand. As much as I'm not a, as much I'm not a, as much as I'm not a fan of being jealous of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I myself get jealous of people. I understand why. I mean, Michael blew up. Michael blew up in a big way. Like he was a, it's like in comparison to like the rest of the family, that he kind of like, yeah, I mean, dog. To say that Michael blew up is actually an understatement. Now, Jermaine married Randy's ex-wife. I mean, all right, Jermaine was definitely jealous of Michael or in general. Also, I don't see anything wrong with marrying someone's ex-wife because it's like they're not together anymore. So it's like, is it really like, it's not like that doesn't feel like a big controversy. But I think that's just because of the fact that it's like, I feel like when there's a divorce involved, both sides have moved on. So it's like that's his sister-in-law, and I get that. But it's like if they're not together anymore, I mean, is it weird? I don't know. Like the mother of his nephews. Yeah, when you say it like that, okay. You know what, I mm, you know what, I mean, yeah, it's some stuff you just don't do on principle. You know what, yeah, yeah, that is pushing it. That is definitely pushing it. Would your brother be okay with you hooking up with his ex? I don't think he would be. But also, I wouldn't hook up with my brother's ex because at that point, it's like, you know what? I get, you know what? When you say it like that, it makes a lot of sense because it's like to go from sister to, oh, Lord, God, wow, okay, Jovi, okay, Jovi, yeah, you nailed that. I wouldn't dare mess with my sister's ex. But is it because you don't find them? Is it because you don't find them attractive, or is it because there's a familiarity there that you just don't want to break past? Because like I also feel like some family members would be like, yeah, that's it's like it's not. Some people would be like, it's not weird. She's not family, but it's like it is different. It's like because here's the thing: if they're family and then they're not family anymore, I feel it's like because you bring up a good point, but it's like in a weird sense, it's like, but it's like it's just like what it's just like what BT said. It's like there is definitely a because that's my sister. No, I like that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like defend the concept. I'm just trying to look at this from both sides. Why would I do that? I agree. I'm not like I say I agree. I get exactly what you're saying. I understand exactly what it is that you're saying. I guess part of me is like trying to play, like trying to like not necessarily. I don't want to play devil. I'm not. I don't want to say playing devil's advocate, but it is definitely like something that it is definitely like something I can sort of see both sides of because like that's definitely something I can see a guy doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can totally see a guy like divorcing his wife to hook up with his wife's sister. I can see a guy doing that. You know what I'm saying? As shiesty as that is. By the way, I only got like one like up in here, and I need the love right now, especially after the way that this video started. Show me some love if you can, y'all. But it's like I do agree though. It's like it is weird. It is definitely a weird thing. I do agree with that 100%. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like it's like I think it's because of the fact that I have such a bias for the Jackson family. That part of me is like, you know what? Yeah, I understand. I'm trying to understand, and that's the sad part about it. It's like I do have a bias. I have a bias for the Jackson family, and I have a bias for the Smiths. Well, the Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett Smith, and I have a soft spot for them. So I'm very biased for them. That's because generally speaking, males are selfish. You know what? You know what, Jovi? I'm not even gonna argue that. We are. You know, we definitely want our cake and we want to eat it too. It's like, you know, we definitely want our cake and we definitely want to eat it too. We want the stores to be open. We want the stores to be open, but we also want our food in our house. You know what I'm saying? I get it. That's a shoot. Yeah, Jovi kind of hit the nail on the head with that one. Heck, I ain't even mad. What's this? Never forget Muskie's dad got with his stepdaughter. Oh my lord, I forgot all about that. Yo, I really did forget about that. Yo, Elon's dad did end up with his stepdaughter. That's true. By the way, it won't show it on here. I had to see it on my phone. But yeah, Jovi, you're not wrong. Look, it's definitely a thing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the loud notification, y'all. Okay, y'all. Um, all right. God, dog. But I ain't gonna lie though. It's like So okay, random question. Do y'all think the rules change in certain contexts for certain things when you reach a level of success or fame? It's like, do y'all think that like is there things that y'all will kind of just sort of do y'all think that if y'all were famous or rich or successful, would y'all change? And if so, how? Because I personally feel like I wouldn't change. Like you could give me if you can give me $1 million tomorrow, and I would probably be like I would probably be like I would probably still go to work tomorrow. Like if you gave me $1 million tomorrow, I would still go to work.
You better than me.
Yeah, I'm
gonna take a quick shot. You just have
yeah, go ahead, man.
you know when we get to quit.
I would, I would probably still go. I would easily still go to work. I would still go to work because, like I said, because for all I know, that $1 million could have been given me on accident, or I probably might owe something on it or something like that. You know, and $1 million is not a lot of money no more. It's not. Think about the most expensive thing you want. You think you're going to get that thing with $1 million? Change how? I mean, like in any way, like morally, aesthetically, like maybe your viewpoints might change a little bit. Do you have do you think that I still work? You would still work? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like if somebody gave me $1 million tomorrow and told me, "Yo, man, like this is yours," I would probably still go to work in the morning. I'll probably not. I would still go to work tomorrow, like or whatever. I continue working on my current job. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you're saying that if you guys are rich, y'all would still be working. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I couldn't be like that's one reason. I feel like if I was rich, nothing would change. I feel like if I was rich, really nothing would change. I would probably like use my money sparingly, but I would probably be saving like crazy. 1 million, yes, yeah, 1 million, yes, as in like 100 million. No, Joby said, "Give me 100 million, I'm living comfortable." I love that. You give me 20 billion, then I stop working. You give me 20 billion, I'll stop working. See, that's the logic right there. That's that logic right there. Like I feel like if you give me $1 billion, I'd probably. I feel like if you give me $1 billion, I would probably stop working, or I would work a lot less. The thing is, for me, working is not about like because then I become a professional student. Like you just be going to school after school after school. Joey said, "Give me some money, I will morally change." No, that's one reason I respect that, Joey. I really do. Yeah, I don't expect anybody to. I don't expect you to morally change, Jovi. You've always been like you've been the same person since I met you. So it's like, yeah, like, I don't expect money to like knock you down at all. Will my appearance change? Yes, because I definitely have money for my self care and personal trainer. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely see that. That's something talked about. I ain't gonna lie though, Jovi. It's like going Jovi with a personal trainer is gonna be a threat, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because you're already like tall, thick, got a pretty smile and nice hair. Yeah, you're already tall, thick, got a pretty smile, got nice hair, and you look really good in the sundress. But like if you had a personal trainer and the time to ask, if you had a personal trainer and the time to do things, yeah, you'd be a threat. You'd be a threat out here. You'd be a dream wrapped in mahogany. I do feel like my thing is for me specifically. I know if I was rich, I would probably still be working, but that's only because it wouldn't even be about like earning money as much as it would be about just sort of like keeping myself grounded. I'm already those things. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Like you already kind of got everything already. It's just like if you were to get a personal trainer, you just being even you would probably like how lots of like people started poor, got rich, and completely turned their backs on where they came from. Honestly, yeah, that's definitely that. I feel like that's definitely something that should be like discussed a lot more. Honestly, because like Killer Mike really kind of hurt me a little bit. Like I was a big fan of Killer Mike before like learning about kind of like how just sort of how he became a victim of black capitalism. I'm not a big fan of how that turned out. That's not right. I'm already those things. Joby knows she's a dream wrapped in mahogany. I want to just go ahead and take this on to address this real quick. Like I think I do feel like that there definitely needs to be a discussion about like there needs to be a discussion dedicated to kind of like just sort of like how black capitalism is kind of ruining the community a little bit. Hmm. Let me check something real quick. I'm checking something right quick, y'all. Give me 1 second. Man, that's crazy. Black right wingers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like on like black capitalists are easy, like probably like some of the worst people. And I don't even, and I'm not saying that to like try to like knock my, I'm not trying to say that to like knock my people because like, like I love, like I said, I love being black. I love the black community, but like black right wingers and black capitalists, easily the worst people, bro. Because like at that point, because you're scamming people, like you're scamming people in your community just to like, yeah. Already. Sorry, y'all. I know I keep looking this. That's the issue a lot of people have with the Jacksons in my hometown. Wait, what? Wait, were they capitalists? Were the Jacksons capitalists? Oh God! Don't tell me that the Jackson family are all right wingers. Don't do that. Oh man, don't do that. I really need to believe that they're not right wingers. People felt like they abandoned the city after they got famous. You know what? That's a fair assumption to have. Honestly, if you think about it, it's like it really because like it really does feel like okay. There's a handful of rappers in my hometown that became successful and they just left. Like we had like I say, we had Lil Boosie, Lil Webby, Kevin Gates. Soldier Slim was about to get up there before he got killed. Dusty, same thing. Um, Michael was definitely not a right winger. I believe it. I believe it. If they don't really care about us, it's anything to go. If they don't really care about us, it's anything to go by. He was down for the cause. I 1,000,000% believe that. I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson probably would have some terrible things to say about Trump right now. Like especially when people like started calling him white and stuff like that. Man, I bet you Michael was like, y'all calling me white, bro? I'm down for the cause harder than most of y'all are. People felt, yeah, but I was like, obviously, I always feel like there's going to be one in every bunch, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like so maybe not Michael, but I'm pretty sure at least one of them was. That's like Michael was definitely not a right winger. I believe it. I believe it, especially coming from Indiana of all places. Yes. Shoot. It's like the thing is that like I do know that I do feel like there is definitely the push towards the right the more successful a person becomes because they really have it in their heads that because they got to where they are, they feel like everybody else can easily get to that level as well. And the biggest problem is that it's like it's not that easy, and it's like you can't convince them that that's the case. You can't convince people that okay, you can't convince people that like if they were to work, some people can work really like everybody works hard. Essentially, that's my logic is that everybody essentially like works hard, and everybody kind of has their own approach towards how they do things what's what I'm looking for. Everybody kind of has their own like way to kind of approach things and stuff like that. Everybody works hard in my opinion, but it's definitely kind of like some people just 100% think that well you're not successful because you don't work hard enough, and they use that as a means to sort of just like they use that as sort of like a means to just sort of like downplay everybody's life in general because you're not successful as I am. It's like you're not as successful as I am because you don't work as hard as I do. So if you worked as hard as I did, then you will be successful as like me. And it's like that's not how this works, man. That's not how that works, man. It's crazy. Especially because like a lot of people, the most successful people, especially because like the most successful people in America don't work at all. Like I always ask this question: How different would the world look if Elon Musk just says, you know what, I feel like quitting. I feel like quitting. I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? If Elon Musk would ever just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing anything no more. Then like the world wouldn't really change. You know? But I also hate Elon Musk though. I hate Elon Musk. And the big reason why I hate Elon Musk ultimately is because like I hate Elon Musk ultimately because because he could have easily just made his own website. Like he bought Twitter, he could have easily just made his own website, and that just agitates me a little bit because it's like that's a level of like laziness that that's a level of laziness that I just don't approve of. But yeah, I know I'm sorry to go on a tangent like that, but yeah, that was like definitely something that I always hated about Elon hated about Elon Musk. It was the fact that he could have easily just bought his own website. He could have just made his own website for like less than what he bought with like $44 billion, bro. $44 billion is a lot of money, and like $44 billion could have easily went to like anything else, and it just sort of didn't. By the way, if you guys are typing in the chat, I can't see it right now. I don't know why, but like I don't think anybody is right now. Turn it into a cesspool. Oh, it was always a cesspool. Like don't get it twisted, bro. It was always a cesspool. Like because I would argue that the internet has always been a bit of a cesspool. Social media just sort of gave it a concentration. Because like my thing is that like I remember the old days of the internet, like back like before social media was a thing and it was just all chat rooms. And I remember like a lot of chat rooms would be like just like it would just be like either people throwing out it would either be scammers, people throwing out like random misinformation or racist. I feel like the internet has kind of always been this way, but like social media kind of gave it like a bit of a concentrated area to kind of go in to do things, and like they just sort of like and they just basically tried to sort of force themselves onto everybody. Whoa, dang it! I was not trying to do it. But yeah, I remember like old school internet. I remember the IIRC.net and like chat rooms and stuff like that. It was always like that. It was like it was always accessible. It was always bad. Since I got rid of that guy, I lost like 2 subscribers. I don't really care, but it's like, wow, I can't believe that. I'm telling you, bro, I got haters for days, bro. I don't understand why. You know, internet races always kind of confuse me a little bit because, bro, how can you hate somebody that you dedicate a lot of your time into wanting to be physically around? Like, dog, I don't know you. Why are you bothering me? You know what I think it is? I made a video. I made a short basically saying, would you rather hang out with somebody who hates black people or somebody hang out with somebody normal? And I know that these people and like some racists really didn't like that. So I'm thinking that that's kind of like one of those guys' revenge. But it's like somebody actually was like, well, somebody was like, oh, so hating white people is normal. It's like I never said anything about white people, bro. But I can assure you that anybody who hates white people probably also hates black people too. You don't know what you're talking about. Shoot. All right. Oh snap! Hold on. Hey, who's still? Anybody still here? I mean, I can talk to myself all day, but like I can talk to myself all day, but it's like I do kind of like the idea of people actually like engaging. Not really. I mean, not. I'm not gonna say engaging, but like yeah, it's like let me know y'all here. If y'all busy any, or if y'all busy or anything, it's like that's fine too. But it's like I do know that like for some people I do know that for like some people I'm the radio essentially. Like I know that some people are like they listen to me like when they're doing stuff, which is nice. But holy crap, that's quite the promotion. Shoot. Well, shout out to Joe if you can still be here. I really appreciate it. Mm. The game I'm playing right now is Final Fantasy the First. Still, I love it. This is easily like one of my favorite games right now. Square was definitely in a bag when they made this, and this is like a hail mary for them. I am all like I'm level grinding right now for the most part. I'm here. Shout out. Shoot. I guess now's a bad time to mention I'm also streaming on Twitch right now. If you're part of my group chats, you can probably find my Twitches. My Twitch, I really don't. I genuinely have like no clue how to couple that word. But yeah, like I was saying, but I also wanted like I lost my place earlier, but I was ranting about like having a job and like how work is right now. And I can easily tell you, right, the thing I really hate the most about work is that like the model of work in America has always been kind of like obnoxious. It's like first of all, it's like if you really think about it, like just American labor in general is like really kind of screwed up. Because what they like to do is because one thing that they like to do that I kind of hate is they basically say you can't work a job you want to work. You have to work a job that we hire you to do. You know what I'm saying? I hate that specifically because it's like heaven forbid, like it's like heaven forbid I could actually do a better job if I actually like my job. You know, it's a little disrespectful to just immediately. It's a little disrespectful to just kind of like it's like I like the idea of like like this. I would like to stream for work. I would like to stream, as a job. You know what I'm saying? I kind of because I can do this. I can talk. Like, I can talk to no one. You know, that's no big deal. It's like I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I like to think that I kind of have an idea on how I would like to go about doing it. But I also know that. But I also know that like streaming is not gonna make me any money right now. Like I got like I got weirdos. I got weirdos. Hating my guts out here, stuff like that. It's like more people hating this. Like more people hating, less people paying. More people hating, hey, less people paying. I said more people hating, less people paying. Dang. Oh, we could get lucky one day. That's what I'm hoping. It's like, and it's kind of sad that that's what it kind of. It's kind of sad that that's what it results to. It's like I have to. I kind of have to get lucky. And that's ultimately what has to happen. I have to get lucky because it's like I can work all day and just like I can work all day and like things could just not work out well for you, boy. But it's like it's kind of messed up that that's what it has to be because like technically speaking, if the businesses would just listen to the workers, everything would be better. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start like unionize every job. Every job needs to get unionized. Every company needs to kind of like every company ultimately needs to sort of what's what I'm looking for. Every company ultimately kind of like needs to get unionized and like listen to the workers and things like that. It's just it's like it really does feel like I think the one thing I think the thing that kind of annoys me the most about America is how many like really simple problem, how problems can be solved in the most simplest of ways, but it's like, God, it's like the biggest problems that we have could be solved in the simplest of ways. That's what I'm trying to. Ooh, I'm no wonder I'm bad at debating. I can't even talk. But it's like, yeah, big problems could be solved so simply. Oh man, but how y'all been? Pretty okay? Y'all been doing all right out there? How's work been going? Because y'all know me, I can talk all day. But what's going on with y'all? Feel free to let a brother know. Oh boy, let me had to check my phone for a second. Okay. Best Final Fantasies are 6, 9, and 4. Okay, so I know the protagonist for 6 is Terra. The protagonist for 9 is who's the protagonist for 9? I forget, I forget which one was. Oh boy, I'm drawing a blank with the 9. The one for 4. No, 9 was Zidane Travel, right? And I'm actually mad. I'm actually mad 4 doesn't have the full game. What are you talking about? What do you mean it doesn't have the full game? 9 was Zidane. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's what I said. 9 is Zidane Travel. Oh no, my phone's dying. Let me charge it up. Hold on, hold on. Dang. Oh, it's dead. I was too late. I was too late. That's on me. Yep, that's on me. Dang. The Pixel remaster. Okay. The best version of 4 is the PSP version. It has 4 sequel and everything. I ain't gonna lie, like the PSP is definitely underrated. The PSP is definitely underrated. Like my one of my old roommates had a PSP and he loved that thing. And then one day I think he accidentally, I want to say it went missing or like died on him or something. But yeah, like the PSP, man, the PSP was definitely like that was a literal game changer. It's like one thing about Japan though. Japan loves their portables, bro. Japan loves their portable systems. Japan loves their portable games. They really do that. They really do go all out for like cell phones and stuff too. Because like cell phones is like the new portable game system for those guys. So it's like, of course. But yeah, PSP is definitely goaded for sure. Yeah, shout out to the PSP. Dead for real, For real. Shout out to the PSP. PSP is definitely like on that. It's definitely up there as like one of the golden ones. Also, I think I'm getting a delay when it comes to like getting type when it comes to like getting type stuff because like PSP had the best version of the first PSP had the best version of the first Final Fantasies. Okay, one and two. Also, like I said, since I'm currently playing one, so like now I am like I'm convinced. I'm convinced of that now. Like I said, I'm going through a thing where I'm basically like trying to play all of the Final Fantasies in order. Something like sort of keep me occupied. I've kind of been taking a little bit of a break on it, but that's only because I've been depressed lately and stuff like that. But it's like I'm trying to make myself feel better. Final Fantasy One on PSP had a new temple with secret boss. Did you have that game or something? Because like it's like now I'm convinced you had that game, bro. I have a lot of RPGs on PSP, and yet you are not streaming. I know you can't stream on the PSP, but I'm still gonna get your case about streaming because like if anybody should be streaming, it's definitely like you're the gamer here. You're the gamer. Like a lot of people don't understand this. Bane the Reckoning is my personal friend. He is a gamer. He actually plays video games. And he's good at them. He's good at them, and he's funny. He's a funny dude, and he plays video games, bro. Like I genuinely don't. I'm gonna keep hassling him and heckling him until he actually does it. Persona One, Persona Two, Final Fantasy One, Two, Four, Tactics, Lunar Legends, Breath of Fire. What is Lunar Legends? Hold on. What's Lunar Legends? Is Lunar Legends a part of Final Fantasy? It's part of the Lunar series. Is Lunar okay? Lunar definitely is an RPG for sure. All right, but like I said, I'm gonna keep on hassling. Like it's like, I, what's that? Do you still have that game where you're that kid and you not the most well known series, but has a respectable audience? Like I feel like the series where like I feel like the series where there's like less fans the better. Honestly, the less fans the better. Like sometimes when stuff gets popular, the fandoms mess it up. Nah, it got a PlayStation 5 port. Let's go. Nino Cooney. Yes, that's the one. Do you still like, bro? Stream Nino Cooney. Stream Nino Cooney. That's a like. I remember. I like that game. That game was kind of fun to watch. That game was fun to watch you play because it was like basically like it was like Pokemon, but also with like an RPG element. The kid, but you could also like draw stuff too. That game looked like it was fun. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, it's like I kind of it's like if you could like stream yourself playing that, that'd be great. Just throwing that out there. Let's see. Shoot. roommate cameo, obviously. Oh yeah. He's a busy guy too. I only got like two people up in here. Feel free to wave. Bro, I genuinely am kicking myself for like making V hate me now. Because when she was here, I got like 20 people on this thing.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It did.
Or the people watching.
I mean, wait, did you just say the life of the people watching?
Likes and the people watching. Heat wave.
That's wild. Did you get up? Did you? But not like, yeah, that was actually, but yeah, like, I'm gonna keep asking. Please start streaming. I haven't seen Megas lately. I'm pretty sure he's busy, but like, he's probably busy. I don't know, doing whatever. I'm kind of surprised that he's not been here either. But like, hey, um, also, I'm thinking about this real quick. I'm trying to think about like, would Mega Man be considered a RPG? He went up levels technically. No, I mean he went up levels. He basically dungeon crawled. He went up levels. He level grinded. Granted, the levels were lateral. It's a platformer. Platformers are RPGs. Hold on. I'm still mad that they freaking did my homeboy Mega Man dirty though. I'm still kind of upset about that a little bit. I also went a really long time thinking that Mega Man's real name was Mega instead of Rock, which now looking back on is kind of, I mean, it makes sense. He had Rock, you had Roll, you had Treble, you had Bass. Not sure why Proto Man's name was Proto, because like Proto, I've never heard new Mega Man next year. Are you serious? Is KG Inafune still? KG Inafune is like blessing us again? Hold on, is KG Inafune blessing us again? Why does she hate you again? Honestly, it could be for a lot of reasons. I'm gonna assume that it's because I didn't answer the phone when she called me. Because the first time I didn't answer the phone, it was because I was live and I told her I was gonna call her back. And Inafune has been left Mega Man. I want to believe, dude. But like I did tell her I was gonna call her back, but she was just not having it. And then I tried to call her. Then I tried to call her back after an audition that I did, because when she called me, I was doing an audition for the acting troupe, and yeah, Inafune has been left Mega Man, bro. Let me believe, man. Let me. I guess she. I mean, she probably might have thought I was ignoring her, but it was just I was busy both times she called. But yeah, you know, and I did try to call her back, and she was just not having it, which is fair. I get it. I want to say that it's like in my brain, Inafune is still working on Mega Man. Interesting. Yeah, Capcom wants to revive the IP. Without Inafune, you can't do nothing. I hate it when a business take something and they don't have the people involved in the original thing to actually do anything with it. I hate that. It's kind of like how, like, if I'm not mistaken, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles isn't written by the guys who made the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not saying that there's anything wrong with the current Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it is like, I mean, like, how you gonna have it without they made the thing? Shoot, huh? Eastman and Laird sold the property. I know, but I hate that though. Like, bro, it's y'all thing. Eastman at least is still affiliated with it. I wonder. Laird has moved on. I know. I know. Laird stresses me out with with how he's doing it. I'm telling you, man, comic book creators are some of the most questionable people, bro. The Superman creators had to completely give up the rights to the character to DC. You know what? I Yeah, I heard about that because, like, Superman wasn't always a DC character. He was actually based off of, like, a book, right? The Reign of the Superman. Like, I forget how it goes. I forget how it goes. Like, yeah, I remember hearing about that before. That actually was Superman has a crazy origin story. I'm glad he's pure now. What do you mean pure? Wait, what do you mean pure? Was he impure before? What's happening? Old school Superman was a jerk. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about the Superman. Silver Age Superman was apparently just not. Yeah, Silver Age Superman was definitely like not a cool guy. Yeah, I remember that. Like Silver Age Superman was definitely a problem. Shoot. Like I said, I'm glad to see that. I ain't gonna lie. I like. I would never like no amount of fan crap could ever make me hate Superman or Batman. It's like I really hate that like people are like, oh, Super Batman is a fascist because all he does is beat up innocent people. It's like, bro, have you seen the people that he be beating up? You know what I mean? Like, like if you lived in Gotham, man, when somebody was like some psychopath was trying to like steal your purse and kill you, you would probably want somebody to beat the guy black and blue. You know what I'm saying? So there's like no amount of fan crap could ever make me hate, Superman or Batman. Like Gotham City is just a terrible place to live at, and people just automatically try to find reasons to blame Bruce for it. Like heaven forbid, some people just like committing crimes and hurting people. Shoot, I'm rambling too much. This could have been a video. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely could have. I definitely could have made this into a video. I have to do a lot. I feel okay, guys. All right. Be real. Am I wasting y'all time? Uh, 'Cause I feel like I'm wasting y'all time right here, and I feel like y'all are like busy. And I do appreciate y'all for like popping up, but I genuinely do feel bad that I genuinely do feel bad, like that I'm kind of like in y'all way or something. I'm just chilling. It's up to you. Word, word. It should be up to you, man. You should be the one streaming right now. Gonna keep saying it. Shoot. Show of hands, is Stu still up in the chat right now? Because I know it says three people, but it's like I know it's just like probably just like I know it's just you and Joby, but I want to be sure. Shoot. But yeah. Wait, what games are hey BT, what games are you playing right now anyway? Mostly Star Wars. Which one? Force Unleashed and the Jedi Survivor game. What's the Jedi Survivor game? Jedi Survivor is almost like Star Wars Souls game. Oh, that sounds awful. Oh god, that sounds awful. A Star Wars style game that's like Soulsborne? Nah, screw that, bro. Shoot, that's not gonna be just whooping your butt the entire time. See, you should be streaming that. You should definitely be streaming that. Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, like that'd be funny as heck to watch you play. Bro, I am obsessed over this game I'm playing right now. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Mystical? Oh my god, I'm getting PTSD a little bit because I don't know this person. New friend here. Oh, okay, that's dope. Shoot, as long as you don't spam the N word in my whatchamacallit, we good, dog. I just started a channel and wanted to subscribe. I appreciate that. Um, I definitely appreciate that. Nah, never. I'm black as hell. Okay. Okay, because like some random person had popped up on my stream earlier and was just like spamming the N word the whole time. So I was just like really kind of like, oh god, it's someone of these. And it's like it was a random, so it was like I didn't know who this person was. It just popped up and was like, I'm black as hell. I get it, dog. Hey, yeah. It was like literally like it was really like like in the beginning of my like roughly around the beginning of my stream. It was actually kind of ridiculous. I'm telling you, man, Chud the Builder got these guys feeling like Chud the Builder got these guys out here acting wild, bro. Yeah, but that happens a lot more than you think. For real, what's wrong with people, bro? Shoot, who you telling, right? I wish I could tell you, buddy. I wish I could tell you. Like these people are like these cats. Like when I was growing up, when you hated somebody, you treated them like a bad smell. You just didn't really hang out with them. You didn't interact with them. You didn't really want to be around them. You just made it very clear that like these people were definitely like not somebody you wanted to be around. These people made it very clear that they didn't want you to be around them or whatever. Now people who hate you, they go out of their way to like come see you so they can like harass you. It's crazy. It's like I said, when I was growing up, man, when some people hated you, they didn't want you around at all. Like they avoided you. You know, there was a thing called white flight. Like when the black people started moving in, all the racists started moving out. You know, so it was like, but now it's like now these people just actively seek you out. Like this is a complete stranger. I do not know this person. But yeah, like I want to know what happened. Like it's like I feel like what happened is that bullying started to get more and more popular as time went by. And I think what happened is that like people started realizing, oh, I can get more if I harass people instead of just leave them alone. And that was kind of like I feel like that's what happened. Yeah, leave people alone. This definitely. It's like because heaven forbid I have a fan like who does heaven forbid I have not a fan, but heaven forbid somebody who supports my channel gets like I don't know cybersecurity degree or whatever, and is like, pulls out their most humiliating picture and be like, "This you, buddy?" Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that can happen. I knew there was a guy who was kind of popular, and and like his fan base used to like go after his haters, bro. And I'm like, that's dope. Yeah, but yeah, leave people alone. Definitely, that should be like. It's like it's crazy how as adults we have to be reminded that people just need to be left alone. Like that's bananas. I got called an N word by a girl before online. She said no N words allowed, and I was taken back. Like, yeah, like, bro, what? That's wild, man. You know what's really kind of annoying about that is that like they'll be like that and they'll be like that. They'll present themselves in such a way, but they will never say. But if you call them racist, then they automatically get upset about it. And that's something that always sort of like. That's something that always kind of like. It's like, how are you going to act racist and then be upset when you're called racist? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, just own it. Like, why not just own it? What's the problem? I think the weirdest thing about this too is that like like there is no inverse to this. Like black, I don't know any black people who go on any like right. I don't know any. I've never heard of a black person going on to like a racist white person's thing just to harass them in the same way. It's like it's like I've never seen that before. It's always just like one side doing that to. It's like it's always them doing that to us. You know what I'm saying? Which is just weird. Yeah, just own it. Just own it. Shoot. You ever have friends that were like that? Nah, I mean, the sad part is that like if I did, I don't remember, but I'm Southern, so like racism was a big thing down here. Well, racism is a big thing down here. So it's like if I did have friends that were like that, I either don't remember having friends like that, or they just never was like that around me. You see what I'm saying? It's just but then again, it was a case of if they weren't like that around me, I'm also a Southern. Yeah. Well, hello, cousin. How you doing today? What up, kinfolk? It's good, cousin. I dig it, man. But nah, I will say this though. But it's like one thing I do kind of find annoying about these people is that like they're in every community now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to incorporate themselves into like every community. They're trying to incorporate themselves into they're trying to incorporate themselves into like the anime community and the fiction community. And it's like, bro, nobody wants you guys here. Nobody likes you guys. Why out here? Leave people alone. Leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? It's just that like okay, for instance, like there's been like communities that just never really ever had there's never really been like a community that ever needed people like that before. But for some strange reason they just sort of try to incorporate themselves into everything and it's just kind of it's weird. Like for instance, Star Wars, right? Like, Star Wars community is chock full of bigots, right? But it's like the whole concept of Star Wars is challenging imperial. It's like challenging imperial, religiously motivated. No, challenging imperial, religiously motivated imperialism. That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't get it out. it's like every work of fiction is like basically against these people. You know what I'm saying? There's never really been like I don't think there's ever really been like a pro bigotry style story. Now you could argue Birth of a Nation, but it's like even then, like it's like it doesn't make any sense. It's like of course you're going to say that these guys are the good guys in a movie like that, but it's like I don't think there's ever really been like a movie series or a work of fiction. Yeah, One Piece and Naruto is definitely like One Piece and Naruto definitely great examples. Like One Piece is literally like bro One Piece is actively trying to like I feel like One Piece is actively trying to like radicalize people. You know what I'm saying? Because like what Luffy ultimately is just a literal one man liberation machine. You know what I'm saying? Like One Piece Luffy goes into a place, sees a whole bunch of people being mistreated, and beats the crap out of a person that's mistreating them, and then goes, "Y'all free now." And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Naruto kind of did the same thing a little bit, except Naruto was political as hell. Like now that I think about it. Naruto, first of all, Naruto had child soldiers. I always say this. Like I have a video basically talking about like my thoughts about Naruto. But Naruto is first of all, Naruto had child soldiers. It also had like war from like two different countries because it had war from like two different countries. It had like Naruto was heavy. Like Naruto was really heavy. If you look like to put this in perspective, if you made Naruto in if you made Naruto in America, you can make Naruto into like an American series. All you have to do is take the tail beasts and turn them into like actual like weapons, right? You have like these overpowered weapons that would probably like be handled by kids. Like you can literally have like like it was very they even had like terrorist attacks in the form of super agents like literally G no sighting. Yeah, like think about that real quick. Like every a lot of anime definitely did hit like a lot of serious stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Naruto is definitely like Naruto. Like there was a genocide in Naruto. The Uchiha clan is essentially genocided. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't even like they. I would argue that like every conspiracy, like everything that went down in Naruto, kind of everything that like yeah, it's like you can definitely like write you can definitely like take any anime and ultimately make it into something like a lot of it a lot of it sort of like makes sense in context. Like I said, One Piece is Luffy literally liberating people who are like being enslaved and mistreated and stuff like that. Like my favorite character in One Piece is Fisher Tiger, the guy who started the Sun Pirates, because basically it's because like if you because the tattoo that they had that represented that they were the Sun Pirates was initially like a mark for like they were slaves. So that was their brand. That was a slave brand. And they basically said from now on this ain't no slave brand no more. This is it's our that's our Sun Pirate symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally like if you think about it, like yeah, it's very good. I love that sort of thing. Like Fisher Tiger is definitely my favorite character in One Piece. Fisher Tiger and Odin and Kazuki Odin because the way he died, I ain't gonna lie, that is an excruciatingly sad way to go out, but it's also probably the toughest thing I've ever heard of. Like Homeboy really had his crew. Like he was boiling alive. And he literally had his crew. Like, nah, bro, we gotta. It's like not me, dog. It's gonna be my crew, but it's not gonna be my crew. Man, that messed me up, dog. That messed me up. So like Odin and Fisher Titan, definitely two of my favorite characters in One Piece. Shoot, but that's what I'm saying though. It's like if you could really, or you could overthink fiction. But like, there's people in the fiction communities. Yeah, it's like you could overthink fiction because like now, like One Piece also does it too. One Piece also had a I'm trying to think. Like One Piece also had a they also had like wars and genocide, and they didn't have child soldiers, but they did have like child experimentation. You know what I'm saying? With the what's that dude? What's that gas dude's name? Caesar Clown. It's like Caesar Clown was conducting his experiments on those kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's some heavy stuff to think about. You know what I mean? Yeah, One Piece, like you said, I feel like One Piece is like if you overthink it, it'll radicalize the hell out of you. Like I feel like One Piece is ultimately like I feel like One Piece is an agenda that's successfully going well. Because like saddest death was Luffy's brother. Almost cried. He did everything to protect his brother. Yeah, he really did. He really did. And also, if you think about it, they was trying to like the One Piece had the world nobles hunting humans for sport. Right? One Piece had the world nobles hunting humans for sport. That's like something that actually happens in the real world. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though, like Ace dying, that was kind of messed up. But also, if you think about it too, Ace dying is also kind of like something that you could like pick apart a little bit. They was actively trying to make like, because what did Ace do? What did Ace do to get himself executed in the first place? You feel me? Think about that real quick. What did Ace do that was so bad to get himself executed? Like they didn't want to execute Whitebeard, even though he was a subordinate of Whitebeard the entire time he was alive. You know what I'm saying? What did he do that was so bad? They was about to execute him for literally no reason, and they actively tried to make sure that that didn't happen. Because now you got to kind of wonder about that sort of stuff. Man, bro, One Piece is like One Piece. Oda is trying to turn everybody into like revolutionaries, bro. That's what that is. Oda, he's using this because like I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but like I think it was what Nepal or I think it was El Salvador or Nepal or some country, but there was apparently like challenging corruption, challenging the corrupt politicians, and they actually had the One Piece flag while they were like doing that. I don't know, like I forget like which country it was, but like they actually was rocking the One Piece flag while they was like doing that stuff, man. That's freaking dope. And that's what I'm saying though, bro. I feel like One Piece is definitely like the series. But the sad part is that like there's gonna be some people in the One Piece communities who's gonna be like, nah, man, it ain't that deep, bro. I didn't even know Luffy's father was a revolutionary. It makes sense that Luffy is the way he is. Ultimately, yeah. By the way, are you watching the series or are you reading the manga? Because I'm reading the manga, and the manga is like a little further away than the anime series is, so I don't want to spoil anything. I'm watching the series. Okay, then I won't spoil anything for you, but I will say that like the series gets a little bizarre. Okay, it goes crazy. It goes crazy. But that's what I'm saying though. And the thing is, I do feel like ultimately every anime in some fashion is like trying to like basically turn you to like a revolutionary, trying to alter your way of thinking into like sort of being like I don't want to say liberal, but like definitely not, definitely not, ooh, definitely not a bigot. They're at they're at F. I don't know what that means. I just like is the anime series like doing the flashbacks yet? The Giants land in the anime. Yeah, but are they doing the flashbacks yet? It's a question. Like, is what I'm trying to figure out. Not so far. Okay. But that's what I'm saying though, bro. It's like, and this crazy thing is like I feel like every anime is essentially trying to turn you into like some sort of like radical sort of some sort of like radical thinker, which I just think is kind of dope actually. Because like like I said, Naruto is basically sort of telling you that child soldiers, like using child soldiers to settle some old dispute between you and somebody who you disagree with more than a century ago is bad. You know, I feel like Bleach. I think Bleach even had like a civil war. Sadly, you find a lot of Japanese people are right wing. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. Like once again, it's because I mean after figuring out who their prime minister is, yeah, I'm aware. Their prime minister also killed. Their prime minister also killed Super Sentai. By the way, I can't prove it. Right, I can't prove it right now, but she did. But yeah, like I'm aware. Like it's just, I think the appeal of being right wing in certain places is that like true. And I always wanted to visit Japan. You still can. I feel like you still can. Just clearly, just be mindful of who you interact with. I mean, like I'm convinced that every country is kind of like the same, or every place is essentially the same, or every culture is kind of like similar in some fashion. It's just like you just need to know specifically. You just need to know, just tread lightly. Sure. I've always wanted to go to Japan myself. Actually, I do feel convinced that one day I might end up finding my way around there. But like before that happens, I want to learn everything I can about Japan, so that way, I know where to go, I know where to not go, I know what to do, I know what to not do. You know what I'm saying? That's my logic. It's like while I'm not there, I want to know enough so that when I get there, I don't screw up nothing. I don't want people to think that I'm like, a native or anything like that. But it's like I do want people to understand. Hey, he understands the culture. He's gonna be. He's cool. I want people to look at me and go, that guy's cool. Have I ever traveled before? Not out of the country. I've been to a few states, but I've never really like ever been out of the country before. But I would like to. One of my like a lot of places I would like to visit includes I would love to go to Japan. I'd love to go to Amsterdam, not for the obvious reason. I would also like to go to Italy, Mozambique, Senegal. Um, I would love to go to like Senegal, and also I would like to check out Morocco. I hear a lot of cool things about Morocco. Yeah, like I like the more I learn, in my spare time, I try to learn like about other countries and stuff like that. And like a lot of countries, just like a lot of countries do seem like really cool. There's a pink sea in Senegal that I want to check out because I hear is like I keep on forgetting exactly why it's pink. What about New York? I've been to New York twice in my life. I loved it both times, but it's like it's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap, man. What about you? Where would you like to go? Matter of fact, where would all of y'all like to go? Yeah, like I said, I've been to New York, and like I said, it was nice. It was nice all the times I was there. They do say it's expensive in Japan, New York, and Hawaii. You would like to go to Hawaii? Sorry. That's dope, man. I hear a lot of nice things about Hawaii too. Hawaii is always like, but it's like obviously Hawaii is definitely kind of off limits according to the locals, which I totally get. But like, yeah, but yeah, like I said, I've been to New York though, and like New York is nice. New York is nice. It's you know, I've been to Times Square. Getting tired? Not really. But I am like it is getting a little breezy up in here. What is up, bro? Hello. What is up, RC? How's it going? How's being a dad going? How's being a dad for the umpteenth time going? Shout out to RC. Being super dad. Texas also say that everything is bigger there. Yeah, I'm currently in Texas. It's nice, but everything is far away. Are you from America? Are you in America, by the way, Mystical? Oh, right. No, you did say you were Southern. Yeah, you said you were Southern. Miami, Florida. Hey, that's dope, man. It's like from what I got. I mean, Florida is actually kind of a cool place too. Like Florida, or rather Florida, like Miami. Miami. I hear Miami is like a really awesome place to be at. You know, it can be a little controversial, from what I gathered. It can be a little controversial, from what I understand, but it's like it seems kind of nice. It's like I will always want to go to Florida because it always like the beaches just sound like just the ideal place to be at. I also would like to go to Los Angeles. I've never been to Los Angeles, but I hear that Los Angeles is like there's a lot of right wingers. Yeah, that's sounds like Florida. um, I would like to, but it's like I think that the thing that I really kind of find annoying is that like beautiful beaches. Yeah, sorry, but like yeah, that's what I'm saying though is that like I'm aware it definitely is. It's like 3,000 for a one bedroom apartment. Oh, a one bedroom? No, thank you. 3,000? Like I know. I mean, I feel like you're joking, but that sounds realistic, which is kind of sad. 3,000 for a one bedroom? That's disrespectful. Man, if I'm paying $3,000 for a one bedroom apartment, that bedroom better be like that bedroom like that bedroom better be gigantic. That bedroom better be like big, like stupid big. Like that just means homeless then. If I'm paying $3,000 for a one bedroom apartment, bro, that one bedroom apartment better be the last place I ever. That better be like the last place I ever live at. Okay, wait. There's a better way to say that. $3,000 for a one bedroom apartment. No, like that's you should fight whoever like anybody who does that to you. You should fight them. That feels like that's the grounds to fight somebody. That's like paying rent and having nothing left for gas and groceries. Man, that's like paying rent and not having nothing left for anything for like a couple months. Like I feel like if somebody charges you $3,000 to go live somewhere, you have the grounds to swing on them. You should be able to go to the judge and be like, "Yo, I don't know what happened. They said it was $3,000 for an apartment, and I that was the last thing I remember hearing." If I was a judge in that case, it's like, you know what? I totally understand. I totally understand. I feel that, dog. I felt that in my spirit. They was disrespecting you. You don't deserve that kind of disrespect. Last I heard, it's $2,000 in New York for the same thing. $2,000 in New York for a 1 bedroom apartment. $2,000 in New York for a 1 bedroom apartment. Like I said, you that's how you. Yeah, you gotta fight somebody after that. Somebody gotta go after that. That's like, like somebody comes up to you, slaps you in the face. You know what I mean? Like, like you, like kind of like when a French guy goes up to another French guy with a glove. I challenge you to a duel. Somebody got to die after that. You know, wrong, wrong. Yeah, that's how you. Yeah, you got to swing on somebody after that, man. I've been doing my very best to not let mental health corruption take me out the game of life. Hey, man, you're doing a great job if you're still around right now. I want you to know that, like, you're doing a good job maintaining your sanity. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay mentally strong, especially in these times, bro. Like, especially in these times, bro. Like, people, yeah, things are a little insane right now, man. So it's like, you definitely kind of keep yourself grounded. And I do feel like, with you having your little one, I feel like having your little one should hopefully help you with that a little bit. Shoot, you gotta stay strong, brother. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong, brother. Times are going crazy right now, but it doesn't mean you have to as well. Keep the cool. It helps me think that maybe I should definitely try to be here with him as long as I can. It's also a thing where sometimes you get too depressed, you can't see outside your own mind. It's really tough. Trust me, I get it, man. Believe me, I'm right there with you. But like, I'm saying this to let you know, you're doing a good thing right now while staying here for you, staying here for your little one. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't cancel yourself out just yet, man. You got a lot to live for right now. It sucks. It really does. Life, I ain't gonna lie, life kind of sucks right now. But the fact that you're strong enough to, like, go through it and everything like that, and actually be a better person in spite of it, like, that's a flex, man. They say pressure makes diamonds. Shine on with your bad self, and also, like, swing on somebody who charges you $3,000 for rent. Hell, they think they're doing out here. Somebody tells you $3,000 for a 1 bedroom apartment, you better say, "Yo, mama," something. Don't let them disrespect you like that. That's true. You have to be strong and smart. Don't let people do that. All I'm saying is that we're in, like I said, we're in crazy times, dog. We're in crazy times, dog. That's a fair, like it's a fair thing to deal with. Stuff sucks right now. Just one bedroom, someone needs to be slapped. Exactly. Shoot. How dare you disrespect me in my own house? How dare you disrespect me in the house that ain't my house yet? $3,000 for one bedroom. Shoot. Then it's fighting worse, partner. Especially because like I hate the fact that everything is like going up in price, man. That's crazy. Shoot. But how y'all doing out there? Everything good? Everything okay? How's your mama? How's your daddy? It's probably best if I not ask that. Some people give me like really, really, really like tragic responses. I'll say, "How's your dog doing? How's your dogs and your cats doing?" Doing good. What do you think about government talking about alien stuff? What you think about that? Honestly, like they were talking about this stuff like years ago, man. They were talking about alien stuff years ago, dog. They were talking about alien stuff years ago. Like they're just trying, like it's a distraction. But like also it's like, but I mean, we've always known that aliens are. I feel like we've always known that aliens existed, right? Like I feel like we've always knew that. Like we've always instinctively just sort of knew that, so it doesn't really feel like a really big reveal. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it would be a bigger reveal if you told us that aliens didn't exist, right? Like, nah, dog. Like we knew, we all knew. That's crazy. They say it's a type of alien. They say it's a four type of aliens, and the crazy part, they say one of them look Nordic with blonde hair. Look, all I'm saying is we knew. We knew. Are we really shocked? Are we shocked? Y'all not shocked. Y'all not shocked. I know y'all not shocked about aliens being real. Big ass universe is. You telling me there's no other life out there? Yeah, right. Exactly. Shoot, that's what I'm saying, man. Like like I said, I would be more surprised if they said that aliens weren't real. You feel me? No, but is the world ready for it? Are we ready for it? I feel like it's not something to be ready for. I feel like it's just like if this feels like one of those things where it's like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, whether we're ready for it or not. But I also feel like we're at that moment right now where we are sort of ready for it. I do feel like it's definitely like I do feel like it's time. You know what I mean? With everything that's going on, go ahead, bring on the aliens. Matter of fact, bring in Godzilla. Bring in. I'm convinced now that Godzilla is real. I'm convinced that Godzilla is either real or is based off of a real thing. We never really saw the underside. We never really went underneath the water. We don't know what's down there. For all we know, Godzilla is just out there, just for all I know, Godzilla's just down there just chilling. Godzilla's like, man, I ain't got time for any of that craziness up there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm ready for the aliens. I'm ready for the zombies. I'm ready for all that. I don't even care. I don't. I 100%. I believe in all that stuff. I believe in that stuff, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if people say that is real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shoot. But are y'all? But would you say you're ready for it? Is that something that you want to see aliens? Like, do you think you could be able to like contain yourself if you saw aliens? Yes. We were always told there's no such thing. So it's like, what else is out there? As long as they ain't trying to kill us. Honestly, I'm at this point right now where it's like I wouldn't be like, I don't think that they would have the time to. Like, if there's one thing I've learned is that like when we're faced with a similar threat, when humanity is faced with a similar threat, humanity turns on each other. Cards? What about cards? Oh, like the Mars Attacks movie. Have you seen trading cards? I haven't seen. I have not seen that. But like my logic is, but like one thing I've learned is that like when faced with a similar threat, humanity would turn on itself. So I was like, I'm very convinced that if aliens were like real, humans will still try to find a way to kill other humans. Whether they were in the government, whether they were trying to kill us, whether they're so advanced that we can never comprehend. My theory, I actually have a conspiracy theory that like billionaires are aliens, and they're the reason why Venus is the way that it is. Because if you look at Venus and you look at Earth, they're very similar. They're very similar planets. You know what I'm saying? And Elon is like very obsessed with Mars all of a sudden. I believe that billionaires, or rather the white supremacy perspective, is basically like an alien concept that is definitely like used to destroy planets. And they actively like go into other planets, and as a way of like recreationally like passing the time, they just go to other planets and then like slowly destroy it. You know what I'm saying? I 100% believe that billionaires and white supremacists are in fact aliens. Those Martians wanted us dead. Maybe so. Like I said, I don't think I never saw that movie. Mars Attacks. The Mars Attack cards were beautiful. Were brutal. What cards are you talking about? Yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I never saw that movie. Is that the one where they have the big headed ones and the teeth are out that look like skulls and they say ack 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 ack? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of. The one where they look like the one where they look like skeletons and skulls, and they say ack 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 ack. It's kind of intriguing. It's kind of like I said. It's, yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it is intriguing, and curious minds would like to know, but it's like I'm not holding my breath on it. Uh, Shoot, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I am sort of like I am starting to slow down a little bit. Okay, I won't lie to y'all. I am starting to, I am starting to get hit with the Sandman. So I'm gonna go. I do appreciate, for like I said, I do appreciate all but like maybe one person who showed up. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't really like saying that, but I do feel like I have to now. Um, uh, I really do appreciate y'all for popping up. Well, like I say, everybody except for like maybe one person. But just remember, you're more than just an experience. I mean, you're more than just a person. You're an experience. You can either choose to be a good experience, a bad experience, or no experience at all. I definitely recommend being a good experience or no experience, because why would you want to be a bad experience and ruin somebody else's day? We're all going through it, and the last thing we need is for people to, you know, last thing we need is for people to like think that we're ignoring that type of situation. Well, also remember to spread love and peace wherever you can. And if you can't spread love and peace, spread nothing at all, because sometimes people need nothing. So, yeah, just give them nothing. With that being said, love and peace to every single one of y'all out there. Remember, being this mainstream, but being kind as punk rock. And, be cool, be kind, show love, show care, show compassion, show respect. Such a foreign concept now. But y'all know me, I can talk all day. But love and peace to all of y'all out there, and until we go to the next one.